Hello and welcome back to the Film Podcast, hosted by myself, Liam Newberry, along with Jay Simonian.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
Forget. You know what? Go ahead. Just introduce yourselves.
I'm Charity Hellfire. I'm a person here.
There we go. Fantastic. We're going to be talking about 3 movies today. All of the campier segment, because we did our real horror movies last time. And so for this episode, we're going to be doing campy horror right before Halloween hits. And I think I'm going first, correct?
Yes.
We're going to be doing Beetlejuice. And Charity's going to be doing Halloween Town, the classic D-com. And Jay is going to be doing The Nightmare Before Christmas, the movie that you never know what time of year to watch it in.
I watch it in both.
Yeah, I do too.
Both.
Me too.
Okay. But first up, let's talk about Beetlejuice. 1988. It was directed by Tim Burton, a classic. And it was written by Michael McDowell and Larry Wilson. Starring Michael Keaton, Alec Baldwin, and Gina Davis. So I had not watched Beetlejuice since I was 7. So Sunday, I went home and I watched the movie online without paying. I'm not going to say pirated, but I basically pirated. Shh.
No, I have it on DVD.
Yeah, I have it on DVD.
I have Beetlejuice.
So I couldn't. I thought it was on Netflix, but it was not.
I also have
I
a
went on Netflix to
Beetlejuice.
find it, and it was not there.
Also have a Beetlejuice snapback because I love the movie so much.
Yeah, so when I went back and rewatched it, that movie is dark.
I love that movie.
How is that a kids movie? It's got the F-bomb in it. It's one of like 4 movies to be rated PG-13 with an F-bomb in it. Because it came out 4 years after the PG-13 rating was created, and it still had.
PG-13
Still have the-
movies, well,
yeah.
at least like back then, and I think
Yeah.
still now, they can only use the F word once. And
No,
it can't
back
be in a
then they
sexual
couldn't even use it
context.
once.
Really?
Yeah, that law was created in the 90s. This is 1988.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like, how did that slip in there? Probably because the MPAA is lazy and shouldn't exist. But anyway, that's besides the point. So the plot of the film, pretty basic. You got 2 people, love their house to bits, then they die. And their job is to sort of get rid of the people who are living in the house now with, using spooky, scary ghost. No, it's not the time to sing that song. Using, spooky, scary ghost techniques. And, they fail to do so. So they call upon the aid of a ghost named Beetlejuice, who ends up being the antagonist, which I forgot. But yeah, he's not a good guy.
No.
Yeah, he really isn't. He's kind of a jerk, actually.
He wanted to kill the family and marry the daughter.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Anyway, then they sort of defeat Beetlejuice and learn how to live in harmony with the family who lives there now. So that was an emotional roller coaster, that movie.
I loved that movie.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier it's really dark. They've got suicide jokes in there. They've got really creepy pedophile jokes. Like there's stuff in there that would not have flown, in a contemporary setting. But
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out that Beetlejuice's style is very distinctive. You've got the very very Burton-esque style.
yeah.
Like you can see it in Edward Scissorhands too, and
The crazy hair.
yeah, and the Alice in Wonderland remake he did.
Yeah.
It's just everything is so the very bright greens, blacks, and oranges that sort of make up
It's
the
very
color palette.
much Tim Burton.
It really is. The afterlife that he created, I was watching an interview for it, and apparently he was very specific that it was not based in any one religion. He wanted it to be very, very
Open-ended.
open, yeah,
Yeah.
and then sort of. Oh, fun fact: Arnold Schwarzenegger was considered for the role of Beetlejuice.
Stop! No!
Yeah.
No! No! That just would have made the movie so much
Are
worse.
you kidding me?
I
That
love
would have been
Arnold, but-
fantastic. Imagine the Terminator as Beetlejuice.
No, that would have been so bad. That would have been so bad. I love
Arnold.
No, I love Arnold, but it's just so bad. It'll be like Beetlejuice. What do you want? It'll be so bad.
I thought I was trying to imagine the movie as because when I first read about it, I was like, Michael Keaton, is he really that kind of character? But he really pulled it off.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he's like, that was my favorite role to do. But Arnold Schwarzenegger's Beetlejuice. I imagine him doing that whole monologue with he's talking about Juilliard and traveling the world as Arnold
Yep.
Schwarzenegger. Well, I went to Juilliard and I traveled the world. It's just that, like, I can't. You know what? I'm trying to do an Austrian accent, and I can't. I'm trying.
Did kind of sound like Kermit the Frog.
You know, I'm going to stop embarrassing myself.
There you
now.
go.
I'm going to let somebody else go.
Okay, is it my turn next?
Yeah.
I can't do it, okay?
Hasta la vista, baby.
Hey, watch it, or I might just cut it out. Let's go to Jay with Nightmare
Okay.
Before Christmas.
So,
We have the entire podcast cast listening while we record, and now they're all laughing at me.
how you doing?
So thanks. Jay, why don't you
Okay,
go?
so Nightmare Before Christmas, created in 1993. It was actually not directed by Tim Burton.
No.
It was written and produced. That's why the official title is Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. But he did not direct it. He was busy with Batman.
Yeah. That would have been 1989,
He-
1992 was Batman Returns, right?
Yep. So he was too busy with Batman. So he had his friend at Disney, Henry Selick, who actually directed the film. He was the actual director. And you can see how he portrayed that in later films that he did. He did Roland Dahl's James and the Giant Peach.
Oh yeah.
Jack Skellington was resurrected in that, yeah.
That's
And the
very
scene with the boat.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, in the scene with the boat, it was Jack Skellington's compass that they were trying to
Yeah.
take.
No, I just that also stylistically looking at it, you know, they're both stop motion animation, obviously, and so you can see how the influence from Nightmare Before Christmas seeps into that movie.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good movie. I
Also-
recommend James and the Giant Peach.
Also, Selick's 2009 translation of Neil Gaiman's Coraline.
Diamond, come on.
I'm sorry.
I love that movie.
You can actually see Jack Skellington. It's very minimal. You have to really look for it. When the other mother makes breakfast, you can see Jack smiling in the yolk of the cracked egg.
Really?
Yes.
I'll have to go back and watch that now.
I need
Yeah.
to watch that over again.
It's very minimal and you have to look for it, but you can see it.
Let's pause the movie, get a magnifying glass.
Oh yeah.
Where is it?
Where is it? But
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was really cool. Also, another fact, the shooting began before the script was even complete. The first scene that they shot
Really?
was Jack's What's This
A
song.
lot of people do that to save money, but I think it's not a great idea because, like, editing the script can start in a lot of revisions where you have to go back and begin it.
Well, if you
Again.
already have the song, for the soundtrack.
That's true, yeah. And that was
Yeah.
Danny Elfman as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
Danny
Danny
Elfman did
Elfman.
all of Tim Burton. Like, he did Beetlejuice, too. He's got a very,
Have you seen Danny
distinctive
Elfman, actually
style.
sing live?
no.
I've seen videos of it, and he looks like a skinnier version of Elton John. I'm not kidding.
Like, with
He-
the crazy, like, bowl haircut?
Yep.
Or, yeah.
and the glasses, too. I'm like,
oh,
wow.
the round pink ones? Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is literally Elton John.
Great. Good to know that we have such capable musicians handling our animated movie soundtracks.
Yes, yes.
Because Elton John, of course, did Lion King, which was
Oh, I love that movie.
such a good. But that's not what we're here to discuss.
The
So.
most difficult shot to shoot during Nightmare Before Christmas was actually him opening the door.
Why is that?
Because when it shows him opening the door, it shows the knob, the golden knob, and it reflects him.
Oh yeah, I
It
forgot about
reflects
that.
Jack
That must have
Skellington
been a
looking
pain.
mournful. So they said it took a great deal of time, care,
Effort.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what did they do? Like paint it or?
It doesn't say.
That's a. Now I'm gonna have to go back and find that.
It doesn't
that's-
say
'cause
how
it-
they created it, but it said it took a lot of time.
Okay, well, I would imagine they just they layered like Ms. Reeves was talking about when they do in the Matrix, where they layer
Yeah.
the image over the reflective substance, and then it sort of.
Oh yeah.
I'm betting that's probably what they did.
Probably.
You know what, Liam? You're gonna like this next fact.
I probably am.
Patrick Stewart was actually cut from the film, but he was originally
What?
in the film.
Patrick Stewart was in
Pat-
there. Why did they do that to him?
The,
I want Picard in Nightmare Before Christmas.
It was planned to rely heavily on its poetic inspiration as Star Trek: The Next Generation did. So they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
lengthy monologues and everything, but it was pared down to a few lines. In the film Santa, Edward Ivory actually
Mm-hmm.
did it instead of Patrick Stewart. But on the soundtrack,
And he's
If you
he's
listen-
fine, but he's not Patrick Stewart.
If you listen to
Like-
the full film soundtrack, it has Patrick Stewart in it.
Now I have to find that online and buy it, or just pirate it again.
Or you can just go on YouTube. They probably have it.
Yeah,
Just look
but
at Patrick
again,
Stewart monologue.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or as we must refer to him now, the shit emoji.
What?
What?
Patrick Stewart was the poop emoji in the Emoji Movie.
Oh.
Oh, come on,
yeah,
no.
they ruined him.
I refuse to watch that movie.
You should. It was. I
Terrible?
haven't seen it either, and I've gotten nothing but bad reports. It's rated less than the Mortal Kombat movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my god, that's bad.
That's
bad?
really bad. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
That's bad.
Okay. So, Charity, tell us about Halloween Town.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That was like all the interesting facts that I had.
Yeah. Halloween Town, the Disney Channel original movie, or DCOM. Yeah.
I love that movie.
They don't call
I
them
love all of
DCOMs
them.
anymore.
I don't like all of them because the last one they actually changed
yeah.
the.
They changed the actress.
I,
for
Yeah,
I
Martha.
they
still
changed
like that
Marnie.
movie, but I don't like how they changed Marnie. Like she was still a good actress, but I prefer the original Marnie.
Kimberly J. Brown.
Yeah.
It's the new one. Oh, the old one.
The old
rather.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
The new one was Sarah Paxton.
What has she been in?
I don't know what she's been
the
in.
name they named is ringing some kind of bell,
Yeah.
but it's not like off the top of my head.
I mean, like all I know from her is she was the last
it's okay.
Marnie.
I'll pull up IMDb.
So yeah, I'm doing Halloween Town. It was made in 1998, directed by Dwayne Dunham, and written by Paul
Birnbaum.
Birnbaum.
Yep.
So basically, Marnie and her siblings grew up without knowing about magic and Halloween Town and all of that fun stuff. But on Marnie's 13th birthday, Grandma Aggie came down to visit the kids and the mom, and basically introduced magic and all that fun stuff. But the mom was refusing, but she still did it anyway. Kids went on the bus with Grandma Maggie. What the hell? Grandma Aggie.
Yeah.
Without her noticing, and they went to Halloween Town and found out about all the magic stuff.
Yeah, that's the it's a very basic plot, right? Like,
Yeah.
kids are fascinated
Yeah.
by magic. Turns out it's real. They get obsessed, and shit breaks. Everything breaks loose.
Yeah,
So-
and like they found out that
I
they
thought it
are
was-
magic.
I thought it was a different twist on like just the normal plot because the antagonist was the mother's ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
I thought that was
remember
really funny. Like
Yeah, that
looking
was-
back
that-
at it now.
That was
Yeah.
funny, yeah. I didn't see it coming when I first saw it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'll tell you
what?
one thing. People give a lot of flack to that movie for not being kind of high production value, but I thought the makeup in that was amazing.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Like it's
definitely.
fantastic. What's his face? The guy not Stanley. What's his name?
The bus person.
No.
No?
Their
The
friend.
kid?
Yeah, their friend.
Lucas?
Was it Lucas?
Lucas? The troll?
Yeah.
Yeah, the troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow, I
Lucas.
thought it was Stanley. Jesus, I'm
No.
way off.
No.
Okay.
Luke.
Luke, that was it. It was Luke.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Lucas, Luke,
Luke,
same
whatever.
thing.
Same thing.
Same name. No, he was well done. I was impressed. Because I remember, I've seen that movie how many times?
Like
Oh, yeah,
over
I know, like,
100.
Every Halloween since I was 4 years
Yep,
old.
Basically.
Yeah, I thought that was a really really well done movie.
I think when anyone thinks of Debbie Reynolds, that's probably one of the most famous movies that people think of too.
Really? You think of Halloween Town when you think Debbie
Oh,
Reynolds?
I do. Yeah.
I do.
That's okay.
I mean, she's famous for so many things.
Like
she's
Singing in the Rain, maybe.
no, never seen it.
Never seen it.
I've never seen Singing in the Rain. What's
No,
wrong with
no.
you?
I'm uncultured.
Me
Oh my
too.
god.
I'm worse though.
But Halloween Town is very famous, so well known.
So hey, you want to know where Sarah Paxton is from? That
Where?
bad movie that Miss Bukowski likes, Aquamarine, the one about the mermaids.
Oh,
Oh my god.
terrible movie that Miss Bukowski likes.
Yeah. And she's been in a movie called The Innkeepers that I've never heard of,
I've
but
never
looks like a
seen
horror
that.
movie.
Oh.
It's rated 5.5 out of 10 stars. So, surprise horror movie here. During the final days at the Yankee Peddler Inn, 2 employees determined to reveal the hotel's haunted past begin to experiment disturbing events as old guests check in for a stay.
That's-
Also has a character named Luke.
That sounds really boring.
It does sound really boring. I'm sorry, Sarah Paxton, but you have not made good career decisions.
No.
Or your agent hasn't, rather.
Debbie
Yeah.
Reynolds was in the Rugrats.
Really?
Was she?
Yeah.
Who was she?
Hold
in
on,
Rugrats?
let me check.
Because that ran for 170 something episodes, right? So I'm assuming she was in
She was also in the movie, so I'm guessing she was.
Oh wow, she must
pretty.
have been a major, or at least a an established character.
Then
Yeah.
she was Angelica.
She was
She was not
Lulu
Angelica.
Pickles.
She was
Really?
What?
Lulu Pickles. She was Lulu Pickles.
well.
That's Tommy's grandmother.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Well then.
Yeah.
Who knew?
There
we
you go.
That's good
Learn
to know,
something
I
new
guess,
every
yeah.
day.
Anyway,
Back to Halloween
yeah,
Town.
back to
Yeah.
Halloween Town.
The film was filmed in Oregon.
Yeah. They have a big party there.
They do every year, right?
Every year.
Every year they-
every month of October, like
Yeah.
the entire month of October. They build the giant pumpkin in town square.
Yep. And this year, all the Halloween Town family came down to Oregon to celebrate the Halloween Town thing and to be there to memory. Is that a good word? Is that a good word?
Commemorate.
Commemorate.
Yeah.
In memoriam of
Yeah,
Debbie
in,
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
in
memoriam of
memoriam,
Debbie
okay. I
Reynolds.
get it.
So they
Mhm.
all went there and celebrated everything and was there to
Yeah.
celebrate.
Because the premise of the movie, right, is that it's like Halloween Town is like it's like a dimension. It's the same town, but it's like another dimension, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what like they turn their town into the other dimension. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's an alternate universe created by and for witches and wizards, skeletons, vampires, trolls, and goblins,
Yeah.
etc.
It's just magical
1,000
creatures.
years ago to escape human
Prejudices, yeah.
persecution.
Persecution that works too.
Yeah.
Both work.
Hey,
Yep.
did you know
Anyway.
Debbie Reynolds was in the Golden Girls?
Yes.
I didn't.
Okay. Anyway, I think that'll about wrap it up for us. All three movies are highly recommended. The Innkeeper is not.
Yes.
Nor is the Emoji Movie. Both are
Oh,
terrible.
nor is the Aquamarine.
Nor is Aquamarine.
Yeah.
But the other three are
Yeah.
Halloween Town, Nightmare Before
Beetlejuice.
Christmas, Beetlejuice. All three of which are great. Watch those. Spend your Halloween doing so if you're not trick or treating. I'm not anymore. I stopped in 8th grade.
I'm not trick or treating, but I'm going to the Chinese buffet.
That's okay.
I might go trick or
So
treating.
yeah, if you do go trick or treating, stay safe. And
Don't go next to any white vans.
Yep.
Don't
Watch
take
bad
drugs.
Watch bad Halloween movies.
Bad Halloween movies.
And stay safe. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
Get
Halloween!
spoopy.